nobody of importance.
We get a full one? What's up, guys?
Congratulations, Tony, on your win.
Thank you. Thank you, man.
A couple things I wanted to ask about. First of all, were you in any trouble at the end of the first round?
No, I was hard to see out of my right eye. Kept really composed. I knew I had to weather the storm. I knew I had enough mental toughness. If he was going to take me down, that was going to be his try to finish. He wasn't going to knock me out. So, no.
And was it tough for you? You talked earlier in the week about, with all that went on in Las Vegas, that it was, you were surprised the fight still went on. When you got here tonight, was that on your mind, or were you able to blank your mind out, and were you able to compete without having, thoughts in your head?
I carried it with me. When you're battled with adversity, you have to move forward. You have to keep strong. I kept Vegas with me the whole entire week. I really tried to just change my whole mental game. There's no room in my heart for anger anymore. There's none. Never was. But going into this fight, I knew I had to keep myself composed. I knew that he was going to be overly aggressive. I have a lot of experience in this sport, and the Ultimate Fighter has given me that. I knew that he was just going to waste so much energy, especially what he did in the weigh-in. So what I did was I just weathered the storm. I knew he was going to go. I felt his shots start to lessen with strength. As we were pinned up against the cage, I was pulling on his head and pulling his neck down, and something I used in jiu-jitsu to take the gas tank away from my opponents. And he wasn't throwing any shots, and when his shots started to throw, they were just hitting like hitting a beach ball. So I already knew that. With that being said, I knew that he was going to put a lot of pressure and be within my submission link. I don't just have a Darce. I got plenty in my arsenal.
You guys talked a lot. What was he saying to you? I mean, especially even in the third round there, he was chirping at you.
We were having fun, man. It was just out there. I wanted to piss him off. I'm the matador. He's the bull. I slapped him on the ass, and he came forward just like I wanted him to. I kept really composed, and I kept him really rangy. And when his takedowns weren't as strong, I knew that if he was going to pin me against the cage, that's when he was going to have his best shot. But when he did, I jumped immediately in the guard. I said, screw this. We're going to finish this right now.
And then to talk about, Dana said before you got in here, I don't know if you had a chance to talk to him, but he thinks the next fight is you versus Conor, and that he said he hadn't talked to Diaz. So you're looking at that. That seems to me, with the way you're on a big roll and the way you fight and the way you talk and the way he does that could be a massive fight. Is that something that you look forward to, getting in one of those fights where now it's going to be like not just MMA media, but you might bring in the outside media and have a bigger event than maybe what you've ever had before?
I was saving my good material for him. Literally. I mean, honestly, I didn't want to say anything against Kevin Lee. He didn't deserve to be up here, but he showed that tonight. He was the only game opponent that wanted to sign a dotted line. He made the weight. Everybody was panicking when he didn't even make weight. Everybody was telling me, Tony, are you worried? Are you worried? Are you worried? Absolutely not. We come from the same background. I knew he was going to make weight. So if Conor's next, no matter what, if he doesn't want to defend it, then whatever. I don't care. I'm here right now. I just won this belt. I'm fresh. I don't have any injuries. I'm ready to go back to the drawing board on Monday. There's a couple things I really want to work on and sharpen up, especially my elbows. My takedown defense, I mean, really, I don't care. My takedowns are amazing. My takedown defense was amazing, but that's what I did. I sacrificed my takedown defense to get into my submission game. I wanted to demonstrate to everybody that I'm a full, complete mixed martial artist. I don't just have hands. Because in the beginning, I was knocking out people. You guys remember that? And then I learned Muay Thai, and then I learned Jiu-Jitsu. And I just learned how to put it all together. You don't have to take so many shots like I did in the first one, but you might sometimes give one to take two, or take one to give two.
And then just my last question for you, Tony, is looking ahead to a fight against McGregor. He's a guy that's a really good counterpuncher, and but he has some good things going for you. How do you break that matchup down? Do you feel like the matchup favors you, or do you think it's kind of even and it's going to be who's on top of his game that night?
I'll ankle pick him, no problem. I'll set him on his ass, and everybody's the same size on the ground. Conor McGregor poses no threat to me, especially when I hit him with the jab. He's going to be running away like Katsunori Kakuno did, and I'll chase after his ass like a cornerback, and I'll slam him to the ground, and I'll finish him with a Darce choke or any kind of choke of my please. The boy's scared. He's never mentioned my name not one time. Not one time during this whole entire talk. I've been here. I'm 10 consecutive victories. I'm a lightweight, interim lightweight champ. But like I said, it doesn't matter who they put in front of me. It could be Khabib, it could be Conor. I'm going to go back to the drawing board, and I'm going to talk to my managers. I'm going to talk to my agents. I'm going to talk to my team. But the fight is with Conor. It is with Conor. You can't run anymore, man. You're in check. And I'm great at chess.
Dana said that Conor could fight again by the end of the year. You were saying you could definitely be ready by December 30th?
Let's go next week.
Yeah.
Straight up. I'm not injured. I had fun out there. I hope the fans and I hope the first responders tonight that were there in the crowd for Vegas, that they enjoyed the show. I took a little bit more damage than I wanted to, but honestly, they didn't hurt. I prepared more than I should have for this fight. Going up to Big Bear was probably the best advice that my wife could have gave me. She was like, Anthony, I need you to go up there. I was like, okay. So she rented me a spot. I built my own camp. I built it safe so nobody's gonna get injured. I mean, literally, I used my car as a work truck. It's funny. And people thought it was kind of crazy, and it's kind of weird, right? But I think it's genius because I'm taking my ingenuity and my creativity and not having to have somebody hold my hand to go and build this type of thing. I've learned how to do this from a long time ago, you know, listening to my dad and really paying attention, being his apprentice for a long time. You know, I'm a master now. This is what I do, and I'm still taking notes. I'm still a student of the game, and I'm going to bring humbleness to this.
The fact that Conor has not mentioned your name, like you said, does it give you any alarm that he's going to try to go somewhere else? Or do you feel, like you said, that you do have him pinned in now?
I don't care. Like, this is chess, man. This is check. It's going to be checkmate soon. He's got nowhere else to run. Literally, he's running out of time. He needs to defend or vacate. If he doesn't vacate, he needs to defend it. But I'm going to tell you what. Just set it down, Conor, and just fucking walk away. Nobody will get hurt. That's my coach, Eddie Bravo. Got him too. My whole crew over there, I want to say thank you very much. They pushed me past the limits. I know you guys in the media, you guys didn't get a chance to go up to Big Bear, and I understand why, because you guys would have ran up the mountain with me. But the first thing is this whole entire camp was an enjoyable experience. I brought a lot of people, or a couple people back from my hometown, and enjoyed the process. You know, I took a couple bumps and spills with some longboarding incidents, but when it happened, I rolled with it, and I knew that with Kevin Lee, I was going to be able to roll with the punches as well. You know, training up in Big Bear, when we were running, we could hear the people that were with me, but then sometimes we would hear something else in the background, so it made us run a little bit faster. So it was kind of funny in that essence, but we prepared more than enough for this guy. We could have went 20 rounds with this guy.
Tony, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
I'm sure Coach Brock Lesnar is somewhere smiling. You won Tough 13, now you're the champion. Interim, regular, you're the champion. Describe a little bit of the journey from the tough house to being the man in the house.
From the tough house, I have to say I've grown a lot. I definitely have grown a lot. I have to say that a lot of the experience that I have had in the Ultimate Fighter has gotten me to this. You know, being a knucklehead in that house to where I'm at now, to being a father, being married with 2 pain-in-the-ass dogs, and you know, and remodeling my house and doing these kind of things. It's an opportunity for me to grow as a person and as a human being. So for myself and on behalf of my family, my team, I want to say thank you to all my fans out there. I want to say thank you guys to everybody who bought the pay-per-view. I hope you guys had a hell of a show, and the next one's going to be even better. Straight up. Next question.
Hey Tony, congratulations. It's been fascinating to just watch your personality and your character over the last few days. It genuinely feels like you're a different person, and you're just a lot more, I don't know, maybe at peace with who you are and comfortable with showing us who you are. Is that all, like if Sunday doesn't happen, are you different? It just feels like you've completely, I don't know, embraced, you're a unique guy, and it seems like you're just having a lot of fun, and you've been smiling all week, and we haven't really seen that side of you usually on fight week. Is that just as a result of Sunday?
My coach, Coach Billy, he tells me, smile, Tony. If you guys heard it in the corner, he was telling me, you can't fight aggressive, and you can train aggressive. You can take everything and you can hone it in, you can zero it in. It's like when I take that chaos, I mold it to how I want it to be. I took all the chaos from this week, and I didn't want to bring negativity into it. This town had so much negativity already, I needed to do something different for myself to demonstrate that I wasn't going to let anything get to me and not let anything get to the people. People are still hurting, man. There's a lot of things going on in this world that you can worry about besides being pissed off and angry and trying to use that aggressiveness inside that octagon. For myself, it's completely different. I have a 1-year-old that's gonna be 2 soon, and for me, I want to demonstrate the best kind of a person that I can be. Not for you guys. I can give 2 shits for you guys. I do it for my kid. I do it for my family. Why? Because they deserve it. You guys deserve it too. In essence, honestly, I have fun with it. And like I said, it's a growing up process, man. We all make mistakes and we all grow from it. But right now, I'm the champ. I'm here to defend this thing, and I'm here to go after the real belt. I'm not going anywhere, but I'm going to be humble in this whole entire thing. And I'm going to demonstrate to the younger generation that they don't have to talk shit in order to get their things done. I got 10 consecutive victories. I hold a lightweight consecutive victory thing, and I'm aiming for that Hall of Fame spot. Looking at the big picture, not the small one.
Kevin,
it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yes, sir. Kevin mentioned that he had a staph infection and he sort of hid it from the officials. Do you have any issues with that?
How can you hide that thing? Literally, it was like a target on his chest. It gave me a perfect essence to fight and aim for it. I really don't care. I mean, honestly, we're going to make things happen whether or not we like it or not, regardless of what happens to our bodies. Even if I stubbed my toe and I broke it, I'd still show up and fight. I would always show up and fight. I will always bring the game, and I will always bring 110% no matter what, because that's what I do and that's what I know. I don't know anything different besides bringing this shit. And whoever's going to step in front of me is going to have their hands full. And regardless if I win or lose, I will walk away a champion no matter what, because I know how to do that. I know how to win, and I know how to lose and bounce back.
And last thing, now that you won the interim belt, have you moved on from Khabib? Are you not interested anymore in that since it's been such a roller coaster, or do you still want to fight him?
I don't know. You should ask him that. I think he's pissed off at the fact that he couldn't demonstrate his techniques inside that octagon. I just saw Ali Abdelaziz backstage. I shook his hand. It was awesome. Even talked to Verdum, and before, after the Dana speech, I was like, "Hey, Verdum, good luck." I opened my hand like this, and he shook my hand. He said, "Hey." And I looked at him, and I took my glasses off. And I said, "I'm a big fan still." Because from The Ultimate Fighter, when I went to the house and I came back from medicals, he was the first big UFC person that I saw. And I was telling me, I was like, man, I don't have a real big mixed martial arts coach. I'm looking for that next step in my evolution as far as a fighter and as a person. So when I said that, I think there was a connection there, and we really meant it. So regardless, I'm a man. I have a backbone. I know what's up. But I'm not going to let anything affect me anymore. Absolutely not. I'm a man, and I'm growing, and this isn't what it's about. What it's about is about giving it your all, your peace, and finding that peace, and I'm finding it.
Not sure if you saw, but Khabib tweeted you, congratulating you, and called you the real champion.
That's awesome, dude. I mean, honestly, that's great. This sport right now, like I said, there's so much in the world that's going on that there's like so much more to worry about than that. And right now, I'm excited. I'm happy. I can't wait to go see my son. I really can't. Give my wife and my kid a giant hug and get some pizza in my stomach.
Tony, congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
You know, you walk, talk, and you carry yourself like a great Mexican fighter does. You call yourself El Cucuy. Now you have that belt. So is it important to you to continue on in the lineage of great Mexican champions in combat sports?
Absolutely. I have to carry myself a lot better. I have to represent myself a lot better. And I mean, it is what it is. My last name is Ferguson, so it's kind of hard for people to tell that I'm Mexican. But my dad stepped in the picture at a young age, and I'm very fortunate that he pushed me to the limit to where I'm at right now. And I remember the advice that he told me is like, if I can't get you to that next level, I'm going to find somebody that will. And the coaches that I found that could, they always said the same thing. All great coaches will do that. A great coach is not going to hold you back. A great coach is going to find that next person in line that's going to get you to that next level. I've a great group of people that are helping me get to where I'm at. I consider them family, more than family. So my family's growing, and it is. And it's hard for me to accept that with the team because, I mean, recently I just went to Black House, for instance, with Coach Kenny and all the wrestlers and the young team that are over there. They push me, man. They push me and push me and push me, and I'm learning over there, so I'm sharing knowledge. I'm paying it forward the same way that my coaches did. So the best thing that I can do is be a great representative, not only for my race, because I am American, Mexican, both, not just one. But unfortunately, I can only wear one on my shirt. So with the last name Ferguson and the nickname El Cucuy, hopefully everybody respects that. And I am Mexican, and I do speak a little bit more Spanish, and I did learn in books. Get it?
And last thing I just want to ask, because Cain Velasquez had the opportunity to sort of be that great first Mexican UFC champion. So is it important to you to embrace that and become maybe what he could have been, but injuries have taken that away from him?
Absolutely. Absolutely. One of my favorite places to fight was in Mexico City. And the one thing that you guys know is I run at night. When I'm running at night, when I was over in Mexico City, I could see like the streets are clean, man. Like the people in Mexico take so much pride in everything, and I'm very proud. I hold that to me. I always say that I have like the Aztec blood. Yo tengo la sangre de Azteca. Yo tengo una idea muy fuerte. Y yo estoy listo para todos los peleadores en esta división. Los tienes un problema. El problema está. El nombre es El Cucuy.
Gracias.
De nada.
Tony, there was a lot of trash talking between you and Kevin Lee all week and before. What did you say to him immediately after the loss? I saw you went as he was crouched down.
Keep your head up, kid. It's the same thing. I know, like, we got to sell this fight and we got to do what we got to do, but we're men inside that octagon, man. Did you guys have fun? Did you guys enjoy the fight? Raise your hands if you enjoyed the fight. You didn't enjoy it? Thank you very much. I hope you did. Because you know what? What we did inside there is we bled for everybody. We went in there, we gave everybody a show. I mean, for the events that happened this week, we did our best to focus. And you know what? And sometimes you have to create an enemy to beat an enemy. I did that inside the house. I was young and dumb once, but you grow from it.
And did you happen to see Demetrius Johnson's submission?
I did not. I didn't watch any of the fights. I was so zoned in my fight. I was turned away from the whole entire TV. I told him to turn it down. That's how in tuned I was. I was in the zone. You guys look at my Instagram. There's a picture when I'm pointing at the octagon. And I said, don't let me get in my zone. I was in my zone the whole entire time from the weigh-ins. I talked to Daniel kind of like outside. I was like, man, this kid's going to do an adrenaline dump. You better save some of that energy for tomorrow. I know I'm very experienced inside there, and Demetrius is very experienced, and I knew he was going to take it. And I'm glad that he did it, and I'm glad he broke the record. Thank you. Os.